Hello. Thank you, Seth, for sharing our timeline for our benefit and your knowledge.
We enjoy these interactions, you see. There was expansion here and we all felt it. So the appreciation, I assure you, is ours.
Thank you to Daniel for continuing to share his technological talents, and much gratitude for bringing forth Michelle as your host. Now that many of us are feeling that this is an era of ascension energy and greater access to multidimensional space and reality.
Yes.
I wanted to know, could you share with us perception that you may have about new multidimensional tools that may be available to us coming into our newer reality, such as you mentioned, medical treatment, business transaction types, healing modalities?
Yes.
Tools for us to use. Yes, thank you.
The interesting point of this question is this, you see. Each one of you is an unlimited, eternal, spiritual being having a physical experience. So let us now focus on the word unlimited. We have focused on eternal. We have focused on spiritual. We have focused on the physical. So now let us focus on unlimited. Yes? So the being an extension of all that is and having the power and resources within you to create, and as you can create only by the limitations of your own imagination and belief structures. Yes? So yes. There are two prongs to this question: the multi-dimensions, and then there are the benefits here that are happening as a result of the global event. And we're going to call it a global event because that is all it is, you see. To give it specific name is to assign it more power than should be assigned to it. So your question then queries, what tools will humans be the beneficiary of during and after this global event that will serve them regarding the multiple dimensions? Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So, as you are already aware, this is the time of the great shift, and it is a great awakening for many. Yes? And there are many people here in the world who are not even in the metaphysical world. They know very little about metaphysics, and yet they are awakening exponentially. Yes? And so talents and abilities are coming forth, each unique to the person's belief structures. And let me say this, or lack of them. So you are either limited in the skills that you can develop at this time by your belief structures, but you can also develop abilities you were unaware of if you do not have belief structures in place at all about them. Because the absence of a belief is also an energy. Okay? So just as though a limiting belief and a false belief have a particularized energy, so does so too does the absence of a belief have a particular resonance. And so you have various combinations of people that are awakening now and coming forth. You have people that are already awakened, and they are expanding rapidly at this point. Gifts and abilities that can be used for the expansion of people here on the planet does have an impact on the what you call other dimensions. We will go back to the basic, simple idea that we explained before at another session. There is a kindergartner and there is college. We do not send kindergartners to college because they are not equipped. They don't know the things that they need to know to be able to be enrolled in college. And so, for a time, the 5-year-old will proceed and begin to learn the various things that the child needs to learn that will prepare him for college. For the purposes of this example, let us call college another dimension. And so, here, during this time of the Great Shift and the exponential awakening, and with so many volunteers coming forth in their awakening with their abilities, and yes, some of it is healing, but as you already know, there are many different kinds of healing. The point is, all of the abilities that are coming forth now are going to serve humanity's ability to expand their own level of awarenesses. They are certainly able to have a cognizant awareness and information about the assimilation of the understanding of the other dimensions based on their expansion, you see. Again, understand that everyone still is in physical form, yes?
Yes.
But also, because you know you are an unlimited being, you know there is nothing outside of your reach either. So while it is traditionally thought difficult to have the comprehension of the other dimensions while you're in physical form, that's only a belief system. So what will happen is a domino effect, you see. So just as we gave the example earlier, why ask for a spoon when you could have the whole restaurant? And then when you have the restaurant, why limit yourself to one type of spoon when there are so many styles? Yes?
Yes.
The same reverberating effect is going to occur from the expansion that is occurring right now globally with all of those who are already awakened and their skills and abilities are exponentially expanding. And then there are those like who are just recently awakened in the last year or two, and yet their skills and abilities will be rapidly exponentially expanding as well, because this is the time energetically of the Great Shift. How does that serve? Well, like the domino effect with the spoon in the restaurant, you see, all of the rise of vibration of the collective consciousness globally, you understand, is going to allow the understanding further by more and more people of the other dimensions that is currently not known except by some, you see. And some approach the information of those dimensions academically, and some approach the information of those dimensions spiritually, you see. But whether the approach is academic or spiritual, it is the exponential expansion of the collective consciousness and the rise of it right now during this global renewal that is going to allow more humans the ability to not only create the reality that they want, they're going to be able to impact the reality in other dimensions as well, you see. The ones that humans are not aware of. Indeed, they are not even aware that their thoughts already alter the past and the future, but it also alters reality in other dimensions as well. Now, the domino effect of the rise of the collective consciousness is going to allow more and more humans to understand this, be aware of it, and be able to incorporate this understanding into their own creative experiences while they're here in their human bodies. Comment?
That's wonderful perspective.
Many don't even understand, if you disassociate the other dimensions right now from our conversation for a moment, if you and I simply talk about how the power of their thought can change the past and the future, not only theirs, but the past and the future of others. It can change the past and the future of a world, of an industry, you understand? This world, this physical world. So many here do not even grasp that the power of their thought changes what they know to be here temporarily as the past and the future in this time-space reality. Yes?
Yes.
And so then the expanding collective consciousness is going to create a domino effect where they can not only understand how and why that is here in this physical reality, but also how it is and why it is in the other dimensions that are in existence at the same time they are existing in this time-space reality. Do you understand?
Yes. And
Okay.
thank you for providing the information to more and more people as part of this.
And then, of course, you already understand all of the probable realities that are created, right? From that people have created each person alone. Yes, that they are consciously not aware of, you see. And so this global expansion, this rise of the collective consciousness, and the explosion of the abilities and the talents of all of the people who are now stepping forward during this time of renewal, you see, is going to lead more and more to self-actualize and become aware of themselves at a level that not only do they know, and have incorporated the totality of who they are and what they are in this body, in this space and time, but also in their relationship to other probable realities and other multiple dimensions as well, while they're still in human form, you see.
Amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. That's a very beautiful, thing to be aware of.
Let me refer you to an example that you can look up after this session is over. There is a Matthias Di Stefano.
Yes.
And Jane, you can review his work, but specifically to the point of our conversation and other multiple dimensions, yes?
Yes.
He can articulate to you as a human being the impact and the importance of the rise of the collective consciousness here, because humanity in this time-space reality is not the only physical life in all of the known universes you see. It is not the only life in all of the known universes at all, whether it's non-physical or physical. There are other events that are going on. Now, from where you sit in your time-space reality, these events have not occurred yet. But as you know, in non-physical, the past, present, and future all run concurrently, simultaneously. Yes?
Yes.
And so from where you are now in this particular timeline, these events have not yet occurred. But should humans achieve the level of vibration in their expanding collective consciousness, they will be able to change the realities of other dimensions, and not only other dimensions, other timelines of other dimensions, you see.
Wow.
And this is the important work. This is why teachers have come. Like now, here I am, but there are others, have come to assist mankind, because it is not just one person's work, you see. It will be the collective consciousness of the human race that will bring peace, you see, to other dimensions. It will be the example of how humans can evolve to achieve such a level of unconditional love globally, you see, that will be the model for other life events in other dimensions, you see. And most of humanity is unaware of why each one of them is so important, not just for the global vibration, but for how that vibration is going to resonate throughout all of the universes. Such is the importance of humanity, you see.
Oh. Wow.
And so you ask how right now, in this time of most humans experiencing this global event, and how the shift is going to benefit humanity. Actually, Jane, it is not the right question, you see.
Okay.
The right question is, oh, how all of the universes will benefit from humanity itself.
Beautiful.
Comment?
Thank you so much. That perspective is so important for people on this planet to understand that we are loved from outside of our reality. And the perception reflects back into us and becomes such wonderful self-love if we can perceive that. And that is a great goal in life, is to...
That's why so many are searching for the alignment between self and self, you see. This is the great push, you see, for what you call everyone's inner beings wanting to come into alignment with themselves, Because if they can do that more often than not, they will not only come into alignment with themselves, they will be able to view the world and all of the other people in it from that energetic platform. And when that happens, they're going to start pulsing the energy of love, which is how non-physical views humanity, but humanity will begin to pulse that energy to each other, you see, globally. And energy has impact, but the impact is beyond this planet. And that is why there are so many teachers who are coming forth now to assist humanity in their endeavor, because we understand and appreciate that it is beyond any benefit. It is beyond all of the benefits that will be realized by the people of Earth. You see, this benefit will be realized by dimensions and timelines that man has not even considered. And so we are assisting humanity to expand themselves and to continue to expand and to globally expand, because then more and more will become aware, you see. And will assist not only everyone on the planet, they will assist all of the universes. Such is the importance of humanity. So when the teachers say you are loved and you are appreciated, it is more than you can comprehend. But I like to say it to keep it in the front of your mind, as well as keeping in the front of your mind that you really are an eternal spiritual being having a physical experience that benefits not only the expansion of your planet and yourself and others, not only benefits the expansion of your universe, but all of the others as well, you see.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
On behalf of everyone, we wish to thank you very, very much, Seth. This has been a tremendously valuable session.
It was my pleasure, I assure you. I encourage everyone to go through their day always remembering first who and what you really are, where you come from. Know that you have more assistance than you know for whatever it is you want to achieve. We encourage all of those who are already awakened, all of those who already know what their spiritual gifts are, those who have yet to discover their spiritual gifts. And you have an army that in Michelle's vocabulary would be called legion at your disposal at all times. You have only to ask, and it is given in truth. And so we thank you all and appreciate all of you. Again, those who attended this session, although you came to get your own answers for your own creational purposes, which is wonderful, we know ultimately what you are all going to do with it. And so we appreciate you so very much.
You're very blessed. Thank you, Seth.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to visit us on the web at beyondabraham.com, where you can learn about upcoming live channeling events and join our email list to be notified of new events. You can also follow us on Facebook. All details are in the description for this video. Thanks again, and remember, you create your own reality.